Welcome, I'm Parshvika. Welcome to my channel where we talk a lot about eco-friendly, nature lover, sustainability lifestyle. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna share some cool eco-friendly hacks that I'm personally doing in my life, and hopefully it can help you as well to become more eco-friendly. And I think that most of the people can do it. So let's dive in. Give this video a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing. If you want more such video, you can check our website. The link is in description, thenaturelever.info. The link is in description box below. You could very well grab the eco-friendly planner workbook to become more eco-friendly, to have a sustainability lifestyle. It's a planner that will going to help you become more eco-friendly. The links are in description box below. Let's dive in with the eco-friendly hacks. The eco-friendly hack number one I have for you is this. Now you would be thinking, what is this? It's a dried flowers. You would be getting a flowers, okay? You would be seeing the flowers. You love the flowers. You are getting the bouquet gifted at your home for your birthdays, for your parties, for your anniversaries, for your wedding, whatever the occasion is, flowers. So instead of actually throwing them like that, only use them to actually dry them, and then dry these flowers and use them for journaling, for scrapbooking, for writing, for your art, for your creative projects, for making a simple earrings. So I actually got the flowers and I dried them. Now this one, the technique that I used was ironing. I used the iron to actually dry them, which was actually making the dried flowers within few hours, within few minutes you can say. But if you are a little bit more patient, then instead of actually going and consuming the iron, you could very well put them in the book, or put them in under the bed, or put them into some heavy books, and then let it get dried for within a week or something like that. So that's the number one amazing way. And you can use these dried flowers in a variety of different ways. You can Google it, because nowadays people do use these dried flowers. I have for you, this must be common. You would be getting a lot of the magazines and a lot of the newspapers at the home if you're actually consuming the content from there. Why to throw them? Why to throw them like that? Or instead use it for paper collaging. I'm actually currently using it for my scrapbooking. A book that I bought, and this is the first page I started. You can see I've used the magazine papers. I've used the magazine over here, magazine papers, for actually doing the scrapbooking. So this is a number one great idea to actually use your magazine papers. Like you could see, this one is a magazine paper. To actually use your magazine in an amazing way for scrapbooking, for collage making, for actually making DIY projects. You could, if you're not interested in doing that, then give it to your kids, give it to the friends or family members, because someone would be creative in your house hold or in your family that would be interested in that. The third hack I have for you is the old phones or old tablets or old screens. Don't throw away these old phones, old screens, old tablets like that. Use them for listening to audiobooks, use them to listening to music or watching movies, or just give it to your kids to actually play with these phones or something like that. Don't throw away like that. Of course, there are so many recycling electronic units out there and people go to actually recycle them. But if you are not into looking to the recycling unit and you find it's very far off from your city or your home, then make sure you use these old devices for watching movies or listening to music or audiobooks, or just storing the content or taking pictures or whatever it is. Just don't throw away like that. Only use them. Like I have for you now, this one is a polythene wrap, and I know that plastic is not recyclable. Some plastic are recyclable, but they are not good for the environment because they are creating waste. So instead of actually throwing these plastics that you're getting in the packaging, now some companies do give you the plastic packaging, and some companies give you the paper packaging, eco-friendly packaging. Of course, you can opt out for the companies or for the brands who is actually giving you eco-friendly packaging. But if some companies give you this packaging, like companies do give you this kind of a scrap packaging, plastic packaging, instead of actually throwing them off, just use them to store your materials, store your art, store your collections or something like that. Use them for storage purpose. If not, then you can actually use these plastic packaging and recycle them into something. I think few months back only, I took a lot of the plastic packaging that I got from the shopping, because some companies don't giving you the eco-friendly one. They are still using the plastic packaging and you do need them. So instead of actually throwing them, I used all of them and gathered them, and I actually heat them in the microwave oven, and I recycled them into a beautiful jewelry. That's what I'm saying. use these packaging for storage purpose, for some innovative purpose, for scrapbooking, for art purpose. If not, then recycle them and convert them into beautiful jewelry or decoration piece or miniature piece, whatever it is. Don't throw away them like only because they're gonna create the waste, and they are a waste. Seriously, them are recyclable, but they are not degradable. So that I'm going to cover is also for scrapbooking, but it can be applied to anything. Now you could see the scrapbooking page. I talk about the magazine picture that I took on. The rest of the stuff that you are seeing over here, like this one is the tissue paper, this one is also the tissue paper, this one is the normal paper which I colored it, this one is a paper art that I created it, this one is a dried flower. So you could see I've actually utilized all the pieces for my scrapbooking that are recycled, reused or upcycled. Like this one is the art that I made on a piece of paper and I've used it for scrapbooking. This one is a magazine paper I used. This is a tissue paper which was actually used for creating the dried flowers, and it was like going waste. So instead of throwing them, I use them as a textured paper for my scrapbooking. This one is the nail art that I made, and I've actually used and stick them as a scrapbooking, the same as a dried flower. So I made this particular scrapbooking, this beautiful piece of art using all the recycle, all the upcycled stuff. The same thing you could do. You could do the paper collaging by using a newspaper, magazines. You could use the old art or paintings for that, or you can use these sticker pieces that are here and there, just stick them on your scrap. You can use the dried flowers, ornaments, or anything to actually decorate your scrapbook and make it look beautiful, instead of throwing these stuff like that only. And then you can preserve them and keep them as a beautiful art collection and show them to your kids if needed. So hopefully you find today's eco-friendly hacks useful and enjoyable, and I think that everyone can do it. They are simple. I find it simple. Of course, if you're not a creative person, then you find it a little bit harder, but you can give it to someone who is more creative. Anyways, hopefully you find it useful. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Share your own eco-friendly hacks. I would really love to hear from you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna see you in the next video to a new amazing topic. So then take care. Bye guys.